You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Likely Mom Stefania's parents, Mother Maria and stepfather. Mom Stefania is a young girl in the Ukraine. Mom's older sister, Raifta. Dad's passport picture, 1929. Dad's mother, Vasilena, and sisters in Ukraine. 3 or 4 of Dad's sisters. Dad's brother and son. Uncle Ivan Gaudun and first wife, Betty Mahar's mother. Rabbit hunt in Ukraine with Uncle John. Wedding pictures, Dad's sister Elena. Dad's Romanian passport. Mom's passport. Uncle Ivan's second marriage. Uncle Peter at Ivan's wedding. Uncle Ivan. Uncle John Lakusta at Ukrainian wedding. Uncle John. Uncle John and Kitka Raifta, 1928. Mom Stephanie Hirachuk in Ansonville, Northern Ontario. Mom Stephanie and friend in the Ukraine. Mom Stephanie. Uncle Ivan and third wife Betty in Montreal. Mom and Dad's wedding, May 21st, 1932 in Montreal. Young married couple. Wujka and Kitka. Winter in Ansonville. Dad and Wujka. Front of Wujka's house in Ansonville. A gathering of Ukrainians. Kitka, Wujka, and Mom. Kitka second from left. Peter arrived, 7 days old, 1935. Mom, Peter, front of Imperial Bakery. Family friend Yanya on the right. Petra, in Walker. Petra at 3. Young family photo. Citizenship papers for Ma and Dad. Dad and Steve at Child's Beach. Peter riding bread wagon horse, Queenie. Peter on the left. And there's Peter. The front of the house of our home. Mom, Mrs. Tomyuk, Mrs. Philipchuk. The 37 Hudson and family. Baker and friend next to Paranyuk. Mom and Steve. Mom Peter and Steve. Air Force uniform, 1942, Peter. How about those curls on Steve? Steve at Child's Beach. Peter's friend Milik on right, Porcus Junction Railroad Station. Peter, Steve and friends. Peter and his first Ukrainian girlfriend from Timmins. Peter, a new Ukrainian girlfriend. Tomyuk wedding in Schumacher, 1941. Peter. Sylvester, Tanya, Kitka, Matka, Ilyo, christening in back of home. Ted. Kitka and first farm outside St. Catharines. Mike, Matka's first husband. Mike and Matka Dora. Young Matka. Gathering at Matka's farm in Virgil. Pete, Steve, and 37 Hudson, Matka's farm. Pete, Steve, and Ted. Steve and Ted at Matka's. Ted. Steve and Ted, 13 Mildred Avenue, St. Catharines. Ukrainian wedding, about 1950 in Toronto. Ted. Burlington and Wentworth Street, Hamilton. Gauduns Apartments, 975 Barton Street East, 503 Burlington. Ted and Mom and Lady. Uncle Peter's, Lexington, Massachusetts. Aunt Gladys on the left. On the right, Uncle Peter and Mrs. Renchuk from Boston. Ted and Ross Vasey at the bottom. Peter, and Dad. Front of store on Burlington Street. Peter and Mrs. Pride. Peter's hangover Christmas at Kitka's, Niagara-on-the-Lake. About 1951. McMaster graduation, Peter, 61. The Steps. Lexington, Massachusetts. Wujko at Matka's. 563 Wentworth Street North. John Moroniuk, McCormick's Jewelers, Niagara Falls, Wentworth Street. Dottie Herena, second from right. Dining room, Wentworth Street. Peter's girlfriend, Liz Kissel. Pete and Ted, 1960. Peter Gauduns Jr., Uncle Peter's son. And then Chooks in Boston.
Uncle Peter and Aunt Gladys. 15 Amanda Street, 1961. That's a new 1961 French Simca Vedette. There's John Kotick seated and George Kellner. And this is the wedding. Father Fadak, Peter and Carol's wedding. June 10th, 1961, St. Vladimir's Orthodox Church. And this is the party after. John Kotick again. Barbara Roberts. Dad fishing in the Grand River. Tommy and Ann Maher from Boston. And there's Doug, Jess, and Ted in 1953 Austin Mini. Carol and Peter's wedding. Carol's parents, the Roberts. Briar and Steve. Steve's Ukrainian girlfriend, Betty Dorothy. Karen, first grandchild, 1964. Aunt Helena Haramita, her son Nick, and husband. That's Olga and Nick. There's the Holovatyuks and the Haramitas at the wedding. And there's Pedro, Roberto, Vasile, and Nikki. That might be Nikki. Dancing time in Brazil. Mom and Aunt Helena. Peter's and Sandra's wedding. Roberto and Marley and Aunt Helena. Again, party time. Aunt Helena in Hamilton. Steve's graduation, 1961. Steve and Briar's wedding. Anglican Church. Cousin Tommy Maher from Boston. Crash of 1966, Gauduns Grocery. Tommy and son Jimmy. John and Joseph, the twins. One of the twins. The Mahars. Evgeny and Evgenia
Avram.
in Ukraine, Zelenyu. These are Ma's relatives. That's Yevgenia. Yevgenia. That's a doctor and his wife and child. And that's the invitation to attend their wedding. Wiko Kitka in Ukraine. Zenobia and Wiko in front of Ma's house in Zelenyu. Mom's home in Zelenyu. Ukrainian funeral. Soviet soldier. And there are the Florescos in Verkhny Stanivtsi, where Dad was born. Zenobia on the left. The twins. Luba's wedding. Luba's daughter.
Valerie Holiday and Karen with Marilyn. April 27th, 1968, Mr. and Mrs. Gaudan. Bridesmaid Donna and Usher Ross Vasey. Jack and Sadie, Marilyn's parents.
And now, the next generation takes over.
I hear babies cry, I watch them grow, they learn much more than I ever knew, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
We'll build a world of our own that no one else can share. All our sorrows will leave far behind us there, and I know you will find there'll be peace of mind when we